Now, away from politics, the Ghana Education Service has begun investigations into the unrest at the KNUST Senior High School. Deputy Director General for the service, Dr. Kwamna Bimpa-Tando, says they expect to receive a report from the Ashanti Region Director by early next week, so appropriate action is taken against those who breached GES guidelines. Now, armed police officials were brought in on Tuesday to restore order after a student of the KNUST Senior High School went on a demonstration over the death of one of their colleagues on campus. They accused school authorities of leaving the boy, who complained of stomach upset, unattended to for almost 3 hours in the care of his colleagues due to the fear of COVID-19. Now, speaking on Prime Morning on Joy Prime TV, Dr. KB Tando said the complaint is being investigated, but had this to say to the students.
Ghana Education Service is not going to countenance this type of a behavior from students. And so those students who were involved will be disciplined according to our policy because it is not allowed and it is not something that we are going to countenance, that students can take matters into their own hands. They are growing up to be in society. And in any society you live in, you don't take matters into your own hands. We are going to ask our regional director, because it's our regional office that will begin that investigation. We would ask for a report as quickly as possible. Today is Wednesday. We are hoping that over the next few days or the next few working days, as reports come in, that they will begin their investigation. This is clear. It's a matter of how was the response. They should be able to complete such investigation in a few days. This shouldn't be weeks on end. And so we are hoping that hopefully by the early part of next week, we would have at least received a report at the Director General's office for review, and then the necessary actions to be taken.
Now, Kwesi Deborah also visited the KNUST Senior High School to assess the situation the morning after.
KNUST JHS compound, and the education regional director is here and is meeting the students. What's happening is that what happened yesterday, she wasn't able to come around, so she came this morning just to interact with the students and also teachers. So she is there at the Honesty Great Hall, having an interaction. So we're waiting. When they are done and she's done speaking with the students, we can speak to her. So that's what's happening here at KNUST right now.
Kwesi, tell us about the atmosphere on campus. How are the students after this event?
Well, Danny, I've been speaking with some of the students around, and you know what happened yesterday. That's the person who is involved, the deceased, and he's a third-year business student. And she came with she was a day student, and because of the government's directive, he was a boarding student. And what happened was that when he came with a medical record that he's suffering from ulcer. So when it happened, then according to the students, he was neglected, and which resulted in his demise. They were quite angry. They cited issues of the immediate causes and the long-standing causes also. And one of the things that they stated was the issue of the sick bay, because now when government directed that they should come to school, they are supposed to have a sick bay. Now when you go to the school, there isn't any sick bay. And beyond that, since they came to first year, they've been collecting 5 cedis from each student. That's what the students have been telling us. We have not confirmed that from the authorities, but that's what they told us. They'll be contributing 5 cedis every term for the construction of a sick bay. And there's a case where they came and the government has also directed that they are supposed to have a sick bay and they are not having it. So these compounded them. And what happened also yesterday, then they wanted to when they started protesting, that when it was this incurred stages, they wanted the headmistress to come out so that they could speak to her. But she almost ran the vehicle through them, and that's what we got them angry. And they started pelting stones, and that resulted in the breaking of the windscreen of the headmistress's car. So that's what's happened. The situation again is because there was rampage on campus, and it resulted in the destruction of activities. They've not had their breakfast.
Now, joining us to discuss this a bit further is the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, GNAT, Thomas Musa. Mr. Musa, thanks for joining us. What's your reaction to the happenings on KNUST SHS campus yesterday?
It is disturbing to serene atmosphere for the teaching and learning currently as expected. And we think that the intention of opening the schools so that students will go and write the exam, that purpose is being defeated gradually. And in a matter of time, it will shock all of us that the system itself will be shut down and the students will have to go back home. Because we cannot say that at this particular time, teaching and learning can be effective. Number one, let's even start from Accra girls. If you look at what is happening now and what happened there yesterday or 3 days ago, the students currently cannot learn. And meanwhile, this particular time is the revision time. And so what will be the outcome of these students since they are not learning? In some are even awaiting their results. Now let us go to what has happened to Tech 2. These students, it means that the time that they are supposed to use to revise with their teachers, that is not being done. They are using it to solve COVID problems. When will they come out of this? And when will they be prepared to go and write the exam?
But Mr. Musa, for this KNUST SHS issue, is it a COVID problem or it's more of a student unrest issue? Because the students who died, from the information we have, did not die from COVID. He was suffering from ulcer.
Exactly. See, there is something we call the halo effect. You see, currently, look, when you go anywhere, if you cough now, you visit any. I remember I was in a particular, I met a group of people. When I coughed, everybody was taking cover. Because they say, hey, Charlie, have you gotten the thing? So that is the fear. Everybody is scared. When you sneeze, people think that you've gotten the thing. If you cough, they say, hey. So that is the fear and the scare around everywhere where you will be. And that is the more reason why we're saying that the safety protocols that we were putting in place, it should be such that everybody will be committed.
Right.
Look, let me give you some examples. We agreed on the issue of the face mask. 3, it has not been, as I'm speaking to you now, only 2 have been provided to a person. And guess what? It is something that has been established that each person is not supposed to be in a face mask for more than 9 hours, meaning that in a day you need 2 of the face masks to use, so that in the evening you can wash it and use the other one the following day. But that is not being done. Aside that particular one, look at the hand sanitizers. They've been given about a 200 ml one to use. And since the SHS people came, we are in the 3rd week now. The question is, if that particular hand sanitizer cannot go beyond 2 weeks.
Right.
Because when the students touch their books, they touch their pens, they visit the washroom, then anything at all you do, you need to actually use the hand sanitizer as frequently and regularly as possible. So the question is, if the 200 ml is exhausted or finished, who will give you some?
Now, Dr. KB Tano of the GNAT told us, Mr. Musa, that the supply, especially of the face masks, began, I'm talking about the 3rd face mask, began sometime last Friday. You are General Secretary of GNAT. Give us that national picture. Have your teachers received any new face masks since last week, Friday?
I sent my people around. And as of Monday, it has not happened.
Right, thank you.
All the places where you visited, the hotel, the assemblies have promised supplying the thing. Look, if we do not manage these things carefully, we are gradually defeating the very purpose. And let me also put this thing on record. When we met the President of the Republic of Ghana, it was agreed that this is a pilot kind of something that we are doing. And so this will inform us as to how the larger picture should be and the way forward regarding how best we can return to our normal life in safety. But as things are going on now, look, it looks like we are not getting the things right.
Mr. Musa, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon on JoyNews today, and we will definitely come back to you.